Welcome to Nostalgiaverse. Today, we're going back to a world where dinosaurs walked the earth again. A world filled with giant T-Rexes, raptors, and one of the most famous movie franchises ever created, Jurassic Park. The original movie arrived in 1993 and changed blockbuster filmmaking forever. Then came The Lost World, Jurassic Park in 1997, and Jurassic Park III in 2001. Together, these three movies gave us unforgettable characters, terrifying dinosaurs, and some of the most memorable moments in movie history. But now, more than 3 decades have passed since the first movie. So what happened to the stars? Who became even bigger Hollywood legends? Who stepped away from acting? And sadly, which beloved actors are no longer with us? Let's take a look at the original Jurassic Park trilogy cast, then and now, in 2026. Let's begin with Sam Neill. He played Dr. Alan Grant, the paleontologist who suddenly found himself trapped on an island filled with living dinosaurs. Grant wasn't looking for adventure. He simply wanted to study dinosaurs. But when the park's security systems failed, his knowledge became essential to survival. Neill returned as Alan Grant in Jurassic Park III, and later came back once again for Jurassic World Dominion. Beyond Jurassic Park, Sam Neill built an extraordinary career in film and television. He appeared in productions including The Piano and Peaky Blinders, and worked across approximately 150 productions throughout his career. Sadly, Sam Neill passed away on July 12, 2026, at the age of 78, after a long battle with cancer. His passing was a devastating loss for fans around the world, but for millions of people, he will always be remembered as Dr. Alan Grant, the paleontologist who faced the dinosaurs and survived. Next, Laura Dern. She played Dr. Ellie Sattler, a paleobotanist and one of Alan Grant's closest companions. Ellie was intelligent, brave, and never afraid to get her hands dirty. She became one of the most beloved characters in the original film. Dern briefly returned as Ellie in Jurassic Park III, and later reprised the role again in Jurassic World Dominion. But her career after Jurassic Park became even more impressive. She earned major awards, including an Academy Award, and became one of Hollywood's most respected actresses. She continued appearing in major films and television productions, showing that her career was far bigger than just one dinosaur franchise. Born in 1967, Laura Dern is 59 years old in 2026, and she remains active in Hollywood. Now, the character who probably delivered some of the most memorable lines in the franchise. Jeff Goldblum. He played Dr. Ian Malcolm, a mathematician and chaos theorist who wasn't convinced that creating dinosaurs was a good idea. And honestly, he had a point. Malcolm became one of the franchise's most recognizable characters. Goldblum returned for The Lost World, Jurassic Park, and later appeared again in the modern Jurassic World films. But his career goes far beyond Jurassic Park. He appeared in movies including The Fly and Independence Day, and continued working in television, film, theater, music, and other creative projects. In recent years, he has also appeared in major productions such as Wicked. Born in 1952, Jeff Goldblum is 74 years old in 2026, and somehow, his unique personality remains just as recognizable as ever. Next, Richard Attenborough. He played John Hammond, the billionaire behind Jurassic Park. Hammond believed he could control nature and create the greatest attraction the world had ever seen. Unfortunately, he underestimated the dinosaurs. Attenborough was already a legendary actor and director long before Jurassic Park. His career stretched across decades. He also directed the acclaimed film Gandhi. Sadly, Richard Attenborough passed away on August 24, 2014, at the age of 90, after a stroke. His performance as John Hammond remains one of the defining parts of the original movie. Now, let's talk about one of the youngest stars, Joseph Mazzello. He played Tim Murphy, Lex's younger brother. Tim was fascinated by dinosaurs, which sounds great, until the dinosaurs start chasing you. Mazzello was only a child when Jurassic Park became a worldwide phenomenon. But unlike many child stars, he continued acting as he grew older. He later appeared in The Social Network and played bassist John Deacon in Bohemian Rhapsody. Today, he continues working as an actor, writer, and filmmaker. Born in 1983, Joseph Mazzello is 43 years old in 2026. It's hard to believe that the little boy running from a T-Rex is now in his 40s. Next, Ariana Richards. She played Alexis, Lex, Murphy. Tim's older sister. Lex was clever, quick thinking, and extremely important to the children's survival. Her computer skills even became useful during the crisis. After Jurassic Park, Richards continued acting for a while, but eventually, she chose a very different path. She became a professional artist and painter, focusing much of her energy on visual art. Born in 1979, Ariana Richards is 47 years old in 2026. So while fans remember her as Lex, her life today is centered much more around art. Now, B.D. Wong. He played Dr. Henry Wu, the geneticist responsible for helping create the dinosaurs. His role in the original film was relatively small, but the character eventually became much more important. Wong returned to the Jurassic franchise decades later, becoming a major character in the modern movies. He has also built an impressive career in television, film, theater, and voice work. His credits include major productions across several decades. Born in 1960, B.D. Wong is 65 years old in 2026. And unlike many original cast members, he managed to remain connected to the Jurassic story for decades. Next, Wayne Knight. He played Dennis Nedry, the computer programmer whose greed helped trigger the disaster. Nedry was supposed to steal dinosaur embryos, but his plan went horribly wrong. Wayne Knight brought a memorable combination of comedy and villainy to the role. After Jurassic Park, he continued acting in television and film. He became particularly famous for Seinfeld, and also became a prolific voice actor. Born in 1955, Wayne Knight is 71 years old in 2026, and his performance as Nedry remains one of the movie's most recognizable supporting roles. Now we move to The Lost World, Jurassic Park, and one of its biggest stars, Julianne Moore. She played Dr. Sarah Harding, a behavioral paleontologist who studies dinosaurs in the wild. She was intelligent, fearless, and far more comfortable around dangerous animals than most people would be. After The Lost World, Moore became one of Hollywood's most respected actresses. She appeared in films such as Boogie Nights, The Hours, Still Alice, and many others. She eventually won an Academy Award for her performance in Still Alice. Born in 1960, Julianne Moore is 65 years old in 2026. Now, William H. Macy. He starred in Jurassic Park III as Paul Kirby, a businessman who convinces Alan Grant to return to the dinosaur island. But Paul isn't exactly honest about the real reason for the trip. Macy brought plenty of humor and personality to the character. After Jurassic Park III, his career continued to grow. He became especially famous for playing Frank Gallagher in Shameless. He has also appeared in countless films and television productions. Born in 1950, William H. Macy is 76 years old in 2026. Next, Téa Leoni. She played Amanda Kirby, Paul's determined wife. Amanda becomes desperate to find her missing son, and that desperation is what drives the entire mission. After Jurassic Park III, Leoni continued acting in film and television. One of her most recognizable later roles came in the television series Madam Secretary. Born in 1966, Téa Leoni is 60 years old in 2026. Now, Alessandro Nivola. He played Billy Brennan, a young paleontologist and former student of Alan Grant. Billy's actions become an important part of the story, but he eventually gets the chance to redeem himself. After Jurassic Park III, Nivola built a respected career in film and television. He appeared in numerous dramatic productions and continued working with major filmmakers. Born in 1972, Alessandro Nivola is 54 years old in 2026. So, what makes the first 3 Jurassic Park movies so special? It isn't just the dinosaurs. It's the characters. Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, Ian Malcolm, John Hammond, Lex, Tim, Sarah Harding, and the many unforgettable supporting characters made the movies feel like more than simple monster adventures. The original Jurassic Park arrived in 1993, The Lost World followed in 1997, and Jurassic Park III arrived in 2001. More than 3 decades later, the franchise has grown into one of cinema's biggest universes. But the original trilogy still holds a special place in the hearts of fans. And now, in 2026, looking back at these actors is emotional. Some, like Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum, Joseph Mazzello, and B.D. Wong, are still working. Others chose quieter lives. And sadly, we have lost unforgettable performers including Richard Attenborough, Bob Peck, and now Sam Neill. But their performances remain, because when the gates of Jurassic Park open, when we hear that unforgettable John Williams theme, and when the T-Rex first appears, we aren't just watching a movie, we're remembering a piece of cinematic history. And that's why Jurassic Park still feels alive, more than 30 years later.